Welcome back, chess friends! A few days ago I was playing some blitz chess online. Here is my account, and yes, my rating is quite bad at the moment. My highest was in the 1800s not too long ago, but that's another story. I got paired with this guy, Psycho22, and as you can see he's sporting the flag of a very respectable country, but sadly his conduct turned out to be not so respectable. Let's go through the game quickly here. He began with e4, I played the Sicilian as I always do, and we carry on into a standard Nardorf game. The pawn captures, the knight captures back, knight to f6, knight to c3, a6, and he continues the Nardorf with bishop to e3 with his dark square bishop. Now I always play Schwingen style, which means pushing your pawn to e6 instead of e5, and he carries on bringing his other bishop out. I do bishop to e7, and so far there's nothing in any way suspicious happening. He goes for an aggressive attack with the f4 pawn, trying to make some trouble in the center. And here I should have castled, but my inner MacDonald got the better of me, and I've tried to get some counterplay on the queen side with b5. He continues to push in the center. You can see the white analysis bar increasing here, showing that he's winning. I captured, the pawn captures back, my knight's under attack, so I jump it out of the way, and he immediately captures with his knight. I didn't want to capture with the queen here because I was thinking that maybe some nasty reveals with the knight would maybe lose my queen, so I captured with the pawn. And he carries on by castling. Now here I make a catastrophic mistake for which I get severely punished. I try to shore up my central pawn with my bishop. That just allowed, and you can see the white progress bar peaking here. It's getting very high for him. The knight captures, I capture back with my pawn, but this pawn is undefended, so he attacks it with his bishop. I try to defend rather foolishly with my queen, also pinning the pawn, and yeah, it doesn't look great. He brings his queen out to f3, and I bring my bishop back to f8. I can't actually remember what I was thinking here. Maybe I'm trying to get my queen out of the x-ray while still defending the pawn, and maybe trying to get some more defense on my king this side, perhaps even trying to move this knight out of the way and castle queenside to get out of danger. But it's of course no good because I'm effectively playing stockfish. He plays his queen across to h3, and yeah, there's not much I can do about this pawn. So I back off with the queen, and he of course captures the pawn. I capture the central pawn here as trying to get some sort of compensation, but it's no good because now I'm immediately in danger from this rook. I bring my bishop out again. It's all a bit of a mess, another wasted move, but there's not much that I can do. He checks again with his light square bishop backed up by the rook. I can't come to this square because the queen's protecting it, so I go to d8, and now the other bishop comes in and I get attacked from the other side. And I gave up here. I think the only move that I have is to block with my queen and lose my queen, so I resigned. As always, after a game, I analysed it to see what I could have done better, but I did have a suspicion that this guy was playing some particularly strong moves. So let's have a look. Firstly, I'm just going to move myself aside so that there's some space to look at the information over here. Feels a bit weird to be down in this bottom corner. Let's hit the game review button. He had 95.3% accuracy compared to my 76.4, which, yeah, I did get smashed, but sometimes people do play this well. Looking at the move counters, I can see I had 2 inaccuracies, 2 mistakes, 0 misses and 0 blunders, whereas he had zeros in all of the bad move counters. 8 book, 2 good, 3 excellent, 6 best, and even 1 great. Well, okay, so sometimes I do have games like this against honest people, so I looked a bit deeper and I went into his previous games. So here we are, all of his previous games, starting with the one which I played, and you can see that he's won all of them, and there aren't actually very many. It appears to be a new account. So I looked at a few of these games and they all turned out the same way as mine. You can see I analysed this one. Again, he was playing at 97% accuracy, whereas his opponent was in the 70s, so looks very suspicious. And if we scroll up a little bit, while I was looking at this table, he was actually playing this game here, and chess.com, which we're on now, has a feature where you can watch other people's games. So I clicked on the watch link and watched this game play out, and I watched some very suspicious moves happening, and this Gemma Wicker somebody lost quite promptly. So I watched the next one, this game. So Psycho22 versus Best Chess King 01. On this analysis, you can see the amount of time that it took the player to do each move. The longer the bar here, the longer it took them to do their move. You can see if you look at the black bars, they're quite variable. There's a long one, there's a short one, medium length one, a longer one, sort of variable all the way down. But with chess engine cheaters, what you see is very regular moves because they are using their engine. They're waiting for their engine to produce a decent move for them to play, and then they play it. They're not taking time to think or being rash about it. So the pattern you'll see is that their move times will be very regular. And you can see that apart from this move near the beginning, where maybe he went to get a drink or something, you can see all of his moves are very, very, very regular on those white bars. So again, I watched this game playing out, getting more and more irate at the unfairness of this cheat. And inevitably, I'll just zoom through very quickly. Inevitably, best chess king got beaten. He played quite well, I think, but in the end, it's just a checkmate for the white player here. When the game was concluded, I sent best chess king a direct message. I'll show you that message. So here it is. I wrote, "I think that Psycho 22 guy is using an engine. He just beat me with suspiciously perfect moves and he did the same to you." And Best Chess King promptly replied, "Yeah, I think that too. I reported him for cheating." I also reported him for cheating. I can't show you the message here because it doesn't get saved in a way that you can then look at it later, but it was something similar to what I wrote to Best Chess King. From there, I continued to watch subsequent games, trying to alert the players as it went on, so let's go back to the past games list. And so it went on. This was the Best Chess King game, and you can see he continued playing everybody, winning every game, getting higher rating, playing games against higher rated players, winning all of them, until he got to this point with this one. Let's click into here. Now, this game went on until it was abruptly interrupted. He had got banned at this point, and a little red closed for fair play symbol appeared next to his name. I don't think he resigned here. I think he actually got kicked out by the site. So good riddance. Best Chess King sent me one more message. He got banned, to which I replied, "Yep, good job." So thanks to all the honest viewers and players out there, but as for all the scumbags like Psycho 22, thou art a brood of dishonourable vermin, a wretched hive of cheats and swindlers. Like a nest of vipers ye slither together, entwined in a web of deceit and dishonesty. Thy collusion and conniving taint the very air around thee, poisoning the sanctity of the noble game. Each member of thy despicable coven contributes to the chorus of foul play, orchestrating a symphony of cheating and trickery. Thy actions speak volumes of thy character, revealing thee as nothing more than a band of treacherous scoundrels. May thy names be forever etched in the annals of ignominy, as a testament to thy collective shame and disgrace. See you again next time.